to pay attention for donor safety at allogeneic HSCT is fundamentally important, and I feel that the activity of this working group must be continued. This time, I choose the topic to shed light on the status of family donor in the era of expansion of HLA highly mismatched transplant from family members. I have asked the usual members of this working group to present some data in this meeting, but so far I haven't received the answer from them yet. So I will make my keynote speech. Then, if any attendees has any opinions or questions, let's discuss around that point. I have no COI at this presentation. HLA highly mismatched, especially one haplotype mismatched HSCT is now widely used in many countries' regions. The easy access to get potential donors among family members provides more opportunity to receive transplant service for patients. Nevertheless, it might happen that a family member donor donates one's hematopoietic stem cells beyond the eligibility criteria, which is basically general consensus in the world at the donation. This time, I present the actual situation about the safety of family donors under the extremely increasing numbers of HLA highly mismatched HSCT in our society. This table shows the eligibility criteria for family members in our country, proposed by Japan Society for Transplant and Cellular Therapy, and also Japanese Data Center for Hematopoietic Cell Transplantation. Clear willingness of donation, no active disease, infection, such and such, So next is the eligibility criteria for family members, which were proposed by Worldwide Network for Blood and Marrow Transplantation, WBMT. The senior author is the Nina Waller. Gastrointestinal disorders, no infectious liver, viral tract, spleen, and pancreatic, such and such. Basically, the standards are almost the equivalent between JMDP between Japan and also in the world. But when we compare these eligibility criteria for family donors to the criteria proposed by Japan Marrow Donor Program and other marrow donor program in the world, it means, the harvest uh, from the volunteer donors. There is no exact description about the age in the criteria for family donors. For example, Japan Maradona program proposes volunteer donor age should be between 20 and 55 for donation, but there is no description about the age in the criteria for family members. Since 2005, JSTCT has recommended to register every family donor to JDCHCT Donor Center. The purpose of this, is number one, to capture the actual numbers of family donors. Number two, to confirm that the eligibility criteria is observed. Number three, to catch any SAE, severe adverse event, on time. This figure shows the status of family donor registration. From April 2005 to September 2023, the total numbers of the registered family donors are 19,891. Peripheral blood cell donation is dominant. When we observe, study the inside of these family donors characteristics, almost 50, 46.7% of family donors are the HLA partially matched. It means the HLA partially mismatched donors. Identical donor, HLA genetically identical donor, and the mismatched donor is half and half at this moment. After the successful introduction of one haplotype mismatched transplantation, especially with PTCY, the numbers of HSCT among family members are dramatically increasing in Japan. This figure shows the age distribution of the family donors. Most of the donors' age are between 19 to 54. It's almost equal to the Japan Maradona program's age criteria. But it is also true that there are certain numbers of the donors whose age is under 18 or whose age over 55. The family donors who are out of the age limitation of GMDP were 23.3% of all the registered donors. Now, here I introduce the casualty insurance system of family donors in our country. For family donors, JSTCT, JDCHCT offer casualty insurance system. To be covered by this system, a family donor must be authorized to be eligible for donation. The judgment is performed by the members of the Donor Safety Committee in JSTCT, followed by the check of the insurance company. This table shows the actual family donor numbers who were donated after the eligibility check. From April 2005 to September 2023, actual donation was 17,807. So it is the 89.5% of the registered donors during the same time of period. And so some of 10.5% non-donated, non-harvested donors might be non-eligible donors to the criteria. This table shows the severe adverse event which were reported to JSTCT, JDCHCT donor center between January and December in 2023. The data until 2022 were reported in the last this donor safety group meeting. So today I picked up the data from the newest year. Puncture of femoral artery or leukopenia pain, such and such. The age is the 40s or 30s or 20s. And many donors donated the peripheral blood, some bone marrow harvest. And among 12, one donor has the age 60s. And he developed acute myelogenous leukemia after more than 1 year of the donation. As a summary, number one, HSCT from family donors shows the steady increase after HLA mismatched transplant has spread, especially at one haplotype mismatched transplant. There is a high possibility that parents or children would be donors who might be out of eligibility proposed by marrow donor program in terms of the age. No limitation of age exists in JSTCT, JDCHCT criteria. Nevertheless, casualty insurance system may contribute not to choose highly non-eligible family members as donors. The donors out of the age criteria of JMDP is 4,643, 23.3% of all the registered family donors. Among 19,891 registered family donors, harvested donors, actually donated donors were 17,807, 89.5%. Therefore, non-harvested donor number is 2,084. Some of them may give up the donation because of the negative judgment by the health insurance system. Between January and December 2023, 12 SAE were reported to JDCHCT Donor Center. One donor was out of the age criteria proposed from JMDP. To know the frequency and severity of SAE at the donors out of eligibility criteria need more continuous study. But we are convinced that to observe the eligibility criteria and to consider the age factor for each family donor could reduce the occurrence of SAE among family donors. So thank you for your kind attention. I finished my presentation. So, are there any attendees through web or on-site or?
Anyone have any questions for Doctor?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Doctor, I think that's it. Don't have any questions from the floor. So,
Wonderful.
yeah. If you don't have anything to share already, then maybe we can end the session.
So, may I terminate this session?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for your hearing and also thank you for your attending this session. As I told in the beginning of my presentation, the donor safety working group is fundamentally important to develop the allogeneic hematopoietic cell transplantation. So please, how do you say, after going back to your home, please recruit the physicians or nurses and the other co-workers who are interested in the donor's safety. Thank you for your attention, and I close this working group meeting. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.